Yep, okay, so I would assume that we are now live. Docs. Oh, it's asking for that. Oh, fuck it, whatever. Yeah, okay, everybody can hear me. I assume. Yeah, okay. So we're back on page number 48, starting with logic. So conditionals or compound statements use if, elif, else. Yeah, okay. And so here we go. What's the name of this? Nope. Okay, so we have a command. Command is equal to greet. We have to save the first time, otherwise, and then it's just going to continue saving. Yeah, okay. Greet if command is exclusively equal to greet. We want it to print hello. With capital H. Else if command is exclusively equal to exit, we want it to print goodbye, and if it doesn't equal any of it, we're going to say else print I don't understand. Okay, so then if we were to go to the terminal and we were to type in python dot visual underscore greet dot py, it'll print out hello because command is equal to greet. If we were to just change this to input, we just change this to input, and we just wait for whatever, it doesn't really matter. We want it to be inside there, that's fine. Okay, so we come back to here and we say, and we just hit the up arrow. We should get blank spot. If we type in greet, we'll get hello. And if we type in greet in lowercase, because we don't have it shifted to dot lower, it'll come back I don't understand. Perfect. So we'll hit clear. Okay. And then that one's done. are still here, so we're just typing out code comparison dot pi. Oh, comparison operators dot pi. Hit save, and because we've set it up, it's gonna save every 4 seconds. Score is equal to 98 high. Score is equal to 100. Now that we have that, we're gonna. Looks like we're gonna be print score equals high score. What the fuck is about to happen here? Okay. Right. It's going to see if it equals. And then it's going to evaluate to false. What do we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5. 6 in total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then this is, they're saying that it's not equal, therefore evaluate to true, because they are not equal to each other. We're saying less than, and then it's going to be true. I'm just going to shortcut all of this because it's oops, less than or equal false. Oh wait, less than or equal is true, because it is actually less than or equal, and then this is going to evaluate to false, because this is going to be greater than, and that's going to make it false, and this is going to be greater than or equal, which is going to make it false as well. Okay. Okay, so yeah, page number 50. As you can see, Python has operators for equals, not equals, less than or equals, greater than or equals. No surprises there. What about Boolean comparisons? This is where it takes a different line. Okay. All right. Let's start with this. Jeez. Burn me. What are we coding? Boolean identity. Oops. Operators. Operators. Dot pi. Save. Okay. So we've got spam is equal to true. And then we've got eggs equal false. I don't know why. And then potatoes equal to none. Oh, capital N. Oh, this also is a keyword. Oh, okay. If spam is true, which that's not correct. It has to say is. If spam is true, then print we have spam. Okay. So then if spam is not, oh, it has to be lowercase, is not true, print I don't like spam. Oh, capitals. I'm lazy. And then if spam print spam, comma. How many spams? 4 spams. Then if eggs is false, print we are out of eggs. If eggs is not true, print no eggs, but we have lazy if not eggs print would you like spam instead. If potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, is not none. Okay, so that's going to evaluate to false. Print yum. Apparently we'll never reach this because it's already saying It's already evaluating to none. Okay, wait, whoa. Python offers values true and false, the other two Boolean types. It's also dedicated none value for type none, which serves capacity as a null value. You check these values in a different way than other data. Instead of comparison, we use special identity operator is. But I also use a logical operator not below, which I will discuss separately in a bit. Oh, okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay, and then if potatoes is none, print yes, we have potatoes. Okay. And then the last one is if eggs is spam. This you can't. This is bad. You cannot. You should not do this. I don't think it'll work. And the reason why it won't work is the fact that you're referencing one variable to another, and now if eggs is spam, but it isn't. And then code chooses many ways testing Boolean algebra. You can also invert the logic with not. Yep. Most commonly when testing against true, you use a variable as the entire condition. For false, invert the condition, test with not. Take particular note in the last condition, which illustrates the important gotcha with the is operator. It actually compares the identity of the variables rather than the value. This is particularly troublesome as the logic looks sound, but it is a bug waiting for a place to happen. That probably doesn't mean much yet, but rest assured, we'll cover this in Chapter 5. For now, you can take this rule as granted. Use is only for comparing directly to none, and regular use is only for comparing directly to none and regular comparison operators for everything else. In practice, we usually say if spam or if not spam instead of directly comparing to true or false. Okay. Well, let's run it. Let's see if I got this right. I mean, I am just copying direct, but there is always something that can go wrong. As I found out the other day, you just kind of missed something, and see, look at this. See, I have a spelling mistake. And if I hadn't tested it, I wouldn't have found out that I did. And now everything's fine, right? So, yeah, even if you think you got it, test it. Because otherwise, you can screw it all up. Next one is called code truthiness. Two S's, yeah. Hit that save. Okay, so once again, the answer is 42. And then, if answer, so if we have an answer, Doesn't matter what the answer is, it's going to print this. Print evaluated to true. And then we're going to say print bool, calling on something else, answer. And the only answer that we're looking for, and the only thing that we're looking for, is for it to tell us that it that there is something there. Is that a good thing? I don't know. It's good to have a check to make sure that that there is something there. But that yeah. Okay. There we go again. On my own. Okay, and do. Alright, we're on to page 50, 51, 52. The name of this one is called Logical Operators. Oh no, the dreaded algorithm and demonetization. Oh no, I am not trying to make money. So I do not care. This is just me doing it because I can. Eggs, false. If spam and eggs. So if they both have a value, as long as there's something there, we are going to print what are we going to print? I do not like green eggs and spam. Okay, whoa. Yeah, and or and not. Okay, so this is the and operator. So this is going to evaluate to false. So yeah, this is just a standard logic gate. So because in Boolean algebra, an AND gate needs to have a 1 and a 1 in order to produce a 1. So your inputs both have to be 1 and 1, and then it'll get a 1. But if any one of those inputs is a 0, you'll get a 0. And if both are 0, you still get 0. So true, false equals false. This is just a standard AND gate. Then if spam or eggs, print here's your meal. Right, so now an OR gate is very much the same thing. So if you have an input, you have 0, 0, it'll come out as 0. If you have a 1 and a 0, it'll come out as a 1 because it's one or the other. As long as they have an input, you get an output. So then if you have a 0 and a 1, you'll still have a 1 output. And if you have a 1, 1, you'll get a 1 output. Okay, and that'll put us on to page number 52. So, this book says it's lay flat my ass. Okay, it doesn't lay flat for shit. So, I have it like binder clipped to another book in order to hold the one side open. if okay, so then I don't understand why we do that. But okay, so now the reason why this is going to come out as a true, so this is going to be a true, comma, false is equal to true. And now what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, so eggs is the opposite of false, because there's only a true or a false, and if it is not false, then it has to be true. So if it is 0 and it is not 0, it becomes a 1. So it turns this false into not false, which is equal to true. And then we have true. Okay. Which then the whole thing is equal to true, because we now have two trues and an AND gate. So that'll be 1 and 1. And that'll get you your thing. Okay. Let's just pop over here for a second. Whoops. Logical operators dot by. Okay, yeah, it's not going to print the first one because it doesn't work, because it's not true. So we should have a gap there. Right? So yeah, that worked. All right. Let's close these down. Okay, and now we're talking about not operators. So code not operate. Operators. And we're going to say score is equal to 98. How about we spell things correctly? I swear to God, that's going to be the death of me. Score. High score. And then what? Oh, print score not equal. Not equal to high score. And we're going to print again. Say not score is equal to high score. Okay, so the first one is going to not equal, and it's going to evaluate for true. So we're not equaling the operator. And then we're not equaling the operator here. Not equal on the operator. And then, to me, this seems like not on the variable. Yeah, okay, so this is the not equal operator, and this is the not equal operator, not operator, period. Okay. At which point then they should both evaluate to true. Correct. Okay. Walrus operator. This was talked about in the last part of CS50. And it's assignment expression, which allows you to assign a value to a variable and use that variable in another expression at the same time. It is possible with the so-called walrus operator. Okay. We're gonna do code walrus. Walrus.py. Okay. We have started. If eggs is 7 plus 5 is equal to 12, print we have a dozen eggs. He didn't put a period that time. Interesting. And then we're gonna just print eggs. Okay. Up. Delete. Python. Return. We have a dozen eggs. We have 12. How? What? Oh, okay. So with the walrus operator, Python first evaluates the expression on the left of the walrus. Sorry. Wait. With the walrus operator, Python evaluates the expression on the left, 7 plus 5, then assigns it to the variable x. This assignment expression is enclosed in parentheses for readability, although technically I could have omitted them. The assignment expression evaluated to a single value, namely the value of x, which is used in comparison. Since the value is 12, the condition evaluates to true. Oh, I see what they mean by the left. Okay, so readability my ass. So what the walrus is doing is taking this 7 plus 5 and seeing if it is equal to 12, and if it is equal to 12, assign it to the variable x. Okay. But because we move those brackets, it evaluated it to true. Huh. But if we evaluate, if we put the whole thing in brackets and we run it again, it comes out to 12. Okay. So, yeah, technically could have omitted them. The assignment expression is then evaluated to a single value, namely the value of eggs, which is used in comparison. Since the value is 12, the condition evaluates to true. So that's why we get to the true part. What is interesting about this assignment expression is that eggs is now a valid variable in the outer scope, so I can print its value outside of the conditional. This feature is potentially useful in many scenarios, but not only conditional expressions as above. Assignment expressions in the walrus operator are defined in PEP 572, which contains an in-depth discussion about when and where this feature should be used. Two particularly style rules put forth. If either assignment statements or assignment expression can be used, then prefer statements. They are clear declarations of intent. If using assignment expressions would lead to ambiguity about execution order, then restructure to use statements instead. As of writing this book, Python assignment expressions are still in their infancy, with a lot of debate and controversy still surrounds them. In any case, resist the temptation to abuse the walrus operator to cram as much logic into one line as possible. You should always aim for readability and clarity in your code above all else. One seldom piece is the ellipses. This is sometimes used by various libraries and models, but seldom consistently. For example, it is used with multi-dimensional arrays in the NumPy third-party library, and when working with type hints from the built-in typing module. When you see it come up, consult documentation for whatever module you're using. Oh, okay. So don't use that. Got it. No, clear. Okay. Now what? Oh my goodness, we're not making very headway. Now we have a cat. String literals are multiple ways of defining. Here I'll cover 3 kinds of strings: string literals, raw strings, and formatted strings. Ooh, okay, sounds good. Hello, kitty. What's up? Sitting in front of my monitor is not going to help the situation. Especially when I guess you decided that the mouse needed to be moved. String literals dot py. Okay. Oh, I screwed up the walrus. Yeah, because of the kitty. Okay, we're gonna say this. Danger. Danger, weapons in danger. Hey! Hey! Sorry. The cat decided that it wanted to rub its face on the microphone. Llamas. Okay, and we're doing this 4 times. Okay. Multiple ways of defining a string literal. Okay. Like I saw the trips. You can wrap a literal in double quotes, single quotes, or triple quotes. You may remember from earlier something special about trips. We'll come back to that in a moment. Okay, they don't make any difference between single and double. Okay. Okay, and then that's fine. That's not going to print anything. Except if I were to say print danger after every single one, you can see nothing change. So we go back to here and we are going to code escaping quotes dot py. Start a new one. Yay, save. And all this is if you put in about a backspace first, a backslash first, and then you put your quotes in, it will escape the quote. But in order to make it work correctly, you also have to backspace the other quote so it knows when to stop. So then if we were to hit print quote, and then we just type in Python, and then we hit enter, it'll shout out the llamas with the quotes. If you don't do that, then it doesn't work. And it appeared as if I just did this. Came up with an error. So yeah, you need to have that slash there. I really don't like how it opens and closes the terminal, but there's not much I can do about that. Oh, kitty, why did you move things? Thank you. Okay, so yeah, the kitty moved things on me. Sorry. Okay, next one. Oh, we're doing another escaping quotes, right? It is possible to avoid backslashes. Right, I'm not gonna do this. So if we say quote 2 is equal to shout. I don't know what I'm spelling. And then we just say that we still get the exact same thing. So second version wraps the literal in string quotes, so double quotes will be automatically interpreted as part of the string literal. That approach is much more readable by wrapping the string in single quotes. Python will assume that double quotes are characters in the string. The only time you'd really need to escape either a single quotes with backslash is if you had both types of quotes in the string at once. So we've got question is equal to what do you mean it is fine? Okay. And then what are we doing? We've got question number 2. Question 2. Triple quotes. What do you mean? It's fine. Okay. Personally, in cases like that, I'd prefer to use the escape and double quotes because they don't evade my attention like an apostrophe would do. You also have the option of triple quotes. Yeah. Remember, triple quotes is defined as a multi-line string literals. In other words, I can use them to do this. Okay. Oh, we put in an extra. I put in an extra space there. Okay, so yeah, that's good. We're good. Okay, back over there. I am gonna have to figure out why my control tilde is closing. Code multi-line string. It's same. And we're gonna start off with parrot. Is equal to triple. No more. He has ceased to be. He's expired and gone to meet his maker. He's stiff. Bereft of life. He rests in peace. we're going to say print parrot. Okay. That works. Okay. And then everything including the new lines and leading white space is literally triple quotes. If I print parrot, it will display exactly like this in the terminal. Raw strings. You proceed with an R such as. Okay. So raw strings just undoes everything that we just did. So there was. Right. So. So if we go to raw string by typing in print R and then we do our quotes, I love back slashes. Aren't they cool? Okay. Oh, it's not. I haven't saved it the first time yet. Okay, so yeah, it literally prints everything inside of whatever it is. As it is. Okay. It's treated like a literal character, which means nothing can be escaped inside of a raw string. The output of that line looks like this. This has implications for what types of quotes you use, so beware. Right. Okay. We have a that one was quick. So we go code raw or not dot py. Okay, we hit the save. We're saying print A and B. Right. So yeah, this line, the first line, is going to print out A and B on different lines, while this is literally going to print A backslash NB. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and that's what he goes on to talk about. Okay. Gotcha alert. If the backslash is the last character in your raw string, it'll still act to escape your closing quote and create a syntax error as a result. That has to do with Python's own language lexing rules, not with the string. Oh, okay. Formatted strings, or an F string is a new thing from Python 3.6. We're up to like 3.12 or something now. Okay. So we're gonna start with code cheese shop.py. We're gonna hit the save. We're gonna start coding here. Okay, so in stock is equal to 0. Okay, so this cheese shop has, and then this is concatenation string in stock types of cheese, period. Okay. And now converts the value passed into a string, and then these 3 strings are concatenated combined into one using the plus operator. If F strings are using, the code becomes more elegant. So then we can also go print F quote this cheese shop has brace in stock types of cheese. Okay. And then if we come over to here and we say, if we don't screw that all up and we hit up and then we move it over and then we hit Python, it should come up with the exact same thing twice. It should say zero types of cheese. Perfect. Twice in the exact same, it looks the exact same. Perfect. Okay. And now we move on to an expression F string. Okay. Okay. So code. Okay. Print F quotes brace 5 plus 5 equals. Oh. Saying that it's going to print 10. And so it does. Interesting. Oops. I just smacked the microphone. I'm sorry. You proceed with an F inside. You can substitute a value by wrapping it in curly braces. The F tells Python to interpret and evaluate as an expression anything in the string that is wrapped in curly braces. This means you're not limited to variables in those curly braces. You can just put about any valid Python code in there, including math, function calls, conditional expressions, or whatever you need. So Python 3.8, you can even display both expressions and results by appending a trailing equal sign. Oh. There are a couple of gotchas with F strings, though. Okay. So, there's another one in code. Literal. Curly braces dot line. Okay. Save, and now it'll start saving. So if we have an answer is equal to 42, and we tell the computer to print, I don't know what the fuck that was. Print F answer. What are we saying? 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. And what are we saying? 6. Okay. And now what's going to happen? Ah. That's not correct. Okay. I have it written okay. Okay, why? Right? So that should... Everyone you want. Display ints. But... But it's still not finding 42. Is it because... No? Why is it not? I don't understand. Unless something's been fixed. Because it sees it here. What happens when I add in another set? Right? It does that. And now it just finds answer. Okay. Alright, kitty. Alright. There you go. You're getting some pets. Good kitty. You are such a good kitty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay. Alright. Alright, yep, that's my hand. I know. Okay. Oh. This is, literal curly braces is the one that I want. Okay. And then my hand has been taken from me. I'm sure anybody with a pet understands and knows what's going on here. Right? Okay, so that's going to have to be something for another time. It's giving us everything that we need except the actual answer, but VS is changing it from, I guess it's just not allowing us to do the stupid stuff. Look, kitty, what do you want? Look. You're gonna start biting me. You're gonna start nibblings. We're gonna stop. Okay? And you're not gonna like that. And that is a definite no. If you start biting on the mic cable, you're done. You're done. I'm gonna pick you up and put you on the floor. Right. You sit on your bed right there, okay? You are a good cat. You don't want to be a bad cat. Bad cats get put back on the floor, to which you're just going to jump right back up anyways. If you have an odd number of bracers, so if I used 5 pairs, the result would be the same. 4. Saying you cannot use backslash. Okay. Error. Print 10 because new line order is equal to order bracket. Yeah, that's 3. That's 10. That's only 9 things, so I don't know where it's coming from. Okay. Third, perhaps the least surprising, you cannot put comments inside of an F string. With the hash is not allowed except as a string literal, so yeah, it would just do a string literal. I don't know why it's going to print 35, but lastly, you can never use them as doc strings. These small wrinkler size F strings are incredibly straightforward. Okay, format specifications. Besides arbitrary expressions, F strings support format specifications, which allow you to control how the values are displayed. This is a fairly in-depth topic and could easily become a main section on its own, so I will entrust you to the guidance of documentation for the bulk of it. I'll breeze over the essentials herein. Immediately after the expression, you may choose one of the following 3 special flags. Bang R, bang A, or bang S. Although the last one is difficult, is the default behavior, so it can be omitted in most cases. So to determine which function is used to fetch the string representatives, some values. Rep R, ANSCII, or string respectively. Okay, next comes the format specification itself, which always begins with a colon followed by more flags, by 1 or more flags. These have to be specified in a particular order to work, although many of them may be omitted if they're not. Align to specify left or right or center. If numerical, split the center line. Sign flag. Leading zeros. Grouping. Control whether numbers should be separated by. Okay. Look, cat. You are a wonderful cat. Absolutely wonderful. But I'm going to move these so that you have less things to play with while Dad's doing stuff here. Okay, next comes a format, which have to be specified in a particular order to work. although many of them may be omitted if they're not desired. Any of them may be omitted if they are not desired. Okay. Sign controlling whether sign displayed on a number. The plus flag sign controlling whether the sign displayed. That's my keyboard. Yes, my baby. I know. Alternative form hashtag flag turns into alternative form, which has different meanings for different types. See documentation. Yes. Okay. Leading zeros is leading zeros to be displayed unless a fill character is specified for alignment. Okay, width output of this is where alignment comes into play. Grouping, whether they should be separated in thousands by a comma or an underscore. If omitted, no separator is used. Enabled, underscore separator appears every 4 digits in octal, hexadecimal, and binary numbers. Okay, yeah. Precision, dot followed by an integer for decimal precision. Type, a flag controlling how numbers are displayed. Common options include binary, character, decimal, hexadecimal, exponents, fixed point in general. There are more. Okay, well let's they have another thing here. Clear code formatting strings.py. Okay, my cat has left me. So we have a spam, which is equal to 123456789. Okay, and then we're gonna ask it to print F spam colon caret plus 15 comma dot 2 F. And now this should print why is it going to print this? Okay, so first and foremost, we start with the caret. Okay, so we're aligning center. Okay, first we're aligning it to the center. We have a sign controlling which sign is displayed on a number. The plus flag displays the sign on both positive and negative numbers, while the minus sign only displays on negative numbers. The third option is to show a leading space on positive numbers and a sign. You type in a leading space on positive numbers and a sign on negative numbers, so you type in the word space. Oh, you just have a space. So then we have alternate form, which turns into a hashtag. It's not there. We have a leading zeros flag. Right? The leading zero flag causes zeros to be displayed unless a character is specified for alignment. Nope. We have a width on the output. This is where the alignment comes into play. So we're saying 15 is the width of the whole thing. Controlling whether the number should be separated by thousands or an underscore is the next thing after that. And then precision is to 2 decimal places, and with the F it becomes a fixed point. Okay. Okay, and then next we're going to say that spam is equal to 42, and we're going to print spam colon okay, and that variable is, we're going to say that it needs to be hashtag I have no idea. 07x. Okay. So it's switching it to hexadecimal on the type. We have no precision because we don't care. We said the width is 7. Okay. And we're just saying that it's an alternate form. And now spam is equal to high. And now we're going to tell the computer to print an F string spam colon okay, so we want 20 spaces. We want it aligned to the center. Alright, this one doesn't make any sense, but I'm going to have to trust the fact that it's going to work. So we go over to here. Python. It did not print the pluses. Oh, because the pluses aren't there. So if we hit equals, oh, okay, this is optionally preceded by a character that will be used to fill any blank space on the alignment. Okay. And then we do this again, and then we get there. Which one were we at? Formatting strings. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Previous formatting. If you're reading older Python code, you may encounter 2 previous forms of formatting: percentage notation and newer format. These have been superseded by F strings, which have superior performance, but that's because they were parsed and converted into bytecode before the code is run. If you find yourself needing to rewrite format call as an F string, the process is thankfully quite simple. Print out a message, 2 variables, I would have had to use format. The old format, the string literal would have contained curly sets of curly braces, optionally containing format specifications. The format function will be called a string literal on a name, reinforcing it. Then expressions to be evaluated would be okay. Oops. Converting this to an F string is simple as moving the expressions. Okay, template strings. Here we are. Template strings constitute one more alternative to F strings that is worth knowing about, especially as it still fulfills some use cases, including internationalizing user interfaces. Personally, I find template strings a bit more reusable. On the other hand, the drawback is they are considerably more limited in terms of formatting. If you know how they work, you'll be equipped to decide for yourself which tool is best. Okay. Okay, so let's clear this. Okay, we're gonna code template string apply. We're gonna hit save, and the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna from string import template. Okay, fine. S is equal to template bracket money greeting comma money user. That's it's got to be calling for something. I can name my fields whatever I want, proceeding with a $sign. Finally, I call the substitute function on the template I created S and pass the expressions to each of the fields. So then we come back down to here, we're typing print S dot substitute greeting is equal to hi comma user is equal to JSON. Okay. We have a double comma there. Oh. So if I just go hi, hi Jason. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay. And then I guess we can just go S is equal to template a thing subscription costs $3 price per month. Okay. And then we're going to say print S dot substitute code. Price is equal to 1995. Okay. There are a couple odd syntax rules. First, to show a literal dollar sign in the literal string, use $2 signs for second. Substitute an expression as part of the word. Wrap the name of the field in curly braces. Both of these rules are demonstrated below. An expression as part of the word. Oh. Okay, so then it's going to come out. A Codify subscription costs $19.99 a month. $19.95 a month. Okay, yeah, all right. There's a handful of additional abilities contained within these templates, but I'll trust you. You'll get the official. Yeah, okay. String conversion. One you'll use most often. Canonical string representation of the value. That is usually the value Python sees it. In any case, many basic data types. This will return the same thing as a string. But when used on most objects, the output contains additional information useful in debugging. Oh. ANSCII function. Except the string literal returns the completely ASCII compatible, having escaped any non-ASCII, for example, Unicode characters. Okay. I will return this concept in Chapter 7. Note on string concatenation. Up to this point, I've been using additional pluses operators for concatenation of strings. This is acceptable in basic situations. However, this is seldom the most efficient, especially when combining multiple strings. Therefore, it's recommended to prefer the join method, which is called on a string or a string literal instead. Here is a comparison between the two. I'll start with writing. Okay. So we're starting another thing. Code. Concat strings.py. Okay, save. I'm gonna start with greeting. Hello. We're gonna have names. Jason. And we're gonna have message is equal to greeting. Oh my goodness, this is gonna take a while. Okay. Wonder why I'm getting an error. Oh, I know why I'm getting an error. I need to have that there. Why are there little bugs in my house? Hi, Jason. Yep. Put a little space back there. Make it look nice. Alternatively, could have used the join message. Okay, so then that should be there. Right? So we get to that point, and then concat strings, it should copy the same thing one after another. Okay, perfect. Alrighty then. We're stopping on page 62. Oh my goodness. Yeah, an hour and a half. That's good enough for me, my friends. You guys have a good night.